Here is some web news from ABC 24 News.
We're back with all your news in one place on ABC 24 News. Marcus Harun has your local, national, and world news. And now from ABC 24 News World Headquarters in Hampton, Connecticut, this is ABC 24 News.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. On the first day of his South American tour, President Bush sealed a deal with Brazil to promote international production of ethanol. The agreement follows Bush's pledge to curb America's appetite for gasoline. It also attempts to reduce the influence of Hugo Chavez, the president of Venezuela. That country is the world's fifth largest producer of petroleum. Standing side by side with his Brazilian counterpart, Bush said it makes sense for the U.S. to collaborate for the sake of mankind. When it comes to ethanol production, Brazil has blazed the trail. The South American country is the world's largest exporter of ethanol, and nearly 8 out of every 10 vehicles on Brazilian roadways run on fuel made from sugar cane. That's what we're trying to work on here in the U.S. And Colleen's outside here in the U.S. She's outside checking out how the weather is and how your forecast is. Colleen?
Thank you, Marcus. I know you can't feel it here unless you were outside yesterday or today. You can see that the temperatures are cool around the state. They will be getting warmer as the week goes on. Like I said, Monday, today, we're supposed to be in the 50s, and tomorrow as well, and pretty much the rest of the week until Thursday will become a little cooler, around the 40s or so. Doppler, there's nothing over the whole state or the whole region. We'll have a live look at Hamden. You can see that in Bangor, Maine, it is 42 degrees. In New York, it's about 57. Boston is also 53. So as more north you go, the cooler it goes. Like I said, when you get up to Maine, it's 42, but if you go down to Philadelphia, it's about 58 degrees. So the higher up you go, the more cool you go, but if you move towards the western part of the United States, like I said, Chicago is 59 degrees. Indianapolis is hitting a high today of 63 degrees, moving from very cold weather to mild weather, which made it warmer. As you can see on the current temperatures behind me, in Massachusetts it's 51 degrees, Connecticut is about 49, should reach about 50 before the night is over, but tonight it will be getting cooler as the night goes on. Like I said before, that might have been at the end of the snowfall, but I'll have that for you next Monday on ABC 24 News. This is Colleen Joyce, ABC 24 News.
The FBI improperly, and in some cases illegally, used USA Patriot Act powers to obtain information about U.S. citizens and residents. A new Justice Department report concluded. The report by Justice Department Inspector General Glenn A. Fine was first reported on Blotter and ABC News last night. Fine's office scrutinized the FBI's use of national security letters under the Patriot Act, which expanded their powers. Intended for use in secretive terrorism and espionage cases, the letters above the FBI to obtain information such as business records and data on telephone subscribers without a judge's consent. Moreover, FBI agents at times requested and received information they were not authorized to obtain under the law. Fine's report concluded. We'll move on to more news right now. Coming up, we'll have some special reports But Brad McRoberts is here now with all your sports action from the week past and what's coming up.
I'm Brad McRoberts from the ABC 24 Sports Desk. Today we bring you news from the NBA, college basketball, football, and baseball. Let's start out with the NBA. Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat recently dislocated his shoulder. He is now going through multiple medical opinions, but from the looks of it, he has two options. He could either have season-ending surgery or rehab the right shoulder that he dislocated and risk dislocating it again, possibly career-ending injury. Without him, the Miami Heat are 1-4 on the roster. But since that injury, Shaq has stepped up his game and they are 3-0. In football, Joey Porter recently signed a contract for the Miami Dolphins for 5 years and $32 million. 28 of those $32 million are guaranteed. The Ravens cut Raven all-time running back Jamal Lewis, and he recently signed with the Cleveland Browns. Then the Ravens signed running back Willis McGahee from the Bills for a 6-year, $48 million contract. All but $3 of those million are guaranteed. He also gets a $6 million signing bonus. In basketball, in college hoops, Duke versus UNC. In the Tar Heels lost star player Tyler Hansborough due to a broken nose caught on a hard foul from a Duke player. Mike Krzyzewski says that he hopes that the Miami player will recover as soon as possible. Hopes that the UNC player will recover as soon as possible. Without Tyler Hansborough on the court, UNC score an astonishing lower 66 points per game. With him on the court, they score 98. In baseball now, a sad story. Recently, a college baseball team from Ohio crashed on their way to Florida to play some Major League Baseball teams there. The bus so far has killed 7 of the 38 passengers, including the bus driver and his wife, and 5 members of the baseball team. Apparently, the bus careened off the highway going over 73 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. Many people say that the place that they careened off is a very unsafe place and that there have been many accidents there before. State police are taking action to solve that problem. In recent news, David Beckham's contract has now been lowered from the originally reported $250 million. He is now reported around a 5-year contract worth $27.5 million. Beckham's endorsements, though, could run up to over $300 million. I'm Brad McRoberts, ABC 24 Sports. Back to you, Marcus.
Thanks for staying with us for ABC 24 News. Now we get into our 2 in-depth reports where we take a closer look at what's happening with these gas prices. We talked to a few people on where they think they're headed. You can log in your vote coming up soon. Take a look at the report.
Hello everyone, we're here at the mobile gas station here in Hamden, Connecticut. You can take a look at these prices right now. They're $2.65 for a regular, $2.75, and $2.85. Those are the prices here in Hamden, Connecticut. The prices range that go even much higher, closer to $3 up in Greenwich. But right here, $2.65, it does go lower, but you can't really find anywhere right now that it's under $2.50. That's the basic price right now. And the gas prices are rising, but it's not actually the barrel prices of oil that are rising. They're not actually rising, but it's just that the refineries decided to close down at the same time. So, and that stopped them from selling gas at the same prices that they were before. Gas refineries closed down, and then the gas prices continued to increase. And but the barrel price is not increasing. It's staying the same price right now, but it should continue increasing. I'm here in Hamden, Marcus Harun, ABC 24 News.
Now we're going to take a closer look at the strike that's supposedly happening at Stop and Shop. They said as of Sunday they would strike if they didn't come to an agreement with their workers and Super Stop and Shop and Company. If they didn't come to an agreement, then they should be striking right now. We're actually putting this on tape Saturday night, so we don't know what the agreement happened. But you know right now. Take a look at this report on what's happening right now at your Stop and Shop.
Hello everyone, we're here at a Stop and Shop in Hamden, and this one won't be the only one affected. Stores in Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts will all be affected by this strike. Last night, Sunday night, if they didn't come to an agreement with the workers of Stop and Shop, then they would go on a strike and the workers would not be in the stores. This would affect many people that come to Stop and Shop, and it would affect many of the workers. 54,000 workers would be affected by this strike.
We brought in a secret camera into Stop and Shop where we interviewed a few of the workers on how they would be affected by the strike. As you can see right here, this Stop and Shop would even close.
If we go on strike tomorrow, most of us have to, we have to not come in because we have to support the strike. So it's all Stop and Shop, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some people that choose to work, but they're going to hire all these other people to come in to our job. But I'm not coming in because we have to stand up for our rights.
That's the big problem. They want to stand up for their rights. That's why they were going to go on strike, because they want their rights for better health care than they currently have in their contract. It's been 3 weeks since they haven't had a contract. In our latest word, we've just found out that they have accepted it and they are not going on strike.
So as you can see, many people would be affected, and we want to know how you'd be affected. Do you always stop at Stop and Shop? And what store will you go to now that Stop and Shop might be on strike? Let us know at our blog at abc24news.net. And you can let us know what's going to happen to you. And if you're a worker, let us know what's going to happen. From Hamden, I'm Marcus Harun, ABC 24 News. We'll continue with this if there will be the strike or if they made their deal. Back to you.
And those are your closer looks for tonight. I hope you liked our show and our new studio. I know there are a few improvements that we can make, and we'll be making those over the next week. For next week's show, should be much better, brand new, everything's going to be great. We'll have the best studio in Connecticut, beating all local stations, winning Emmy Awards and everything for our reporting, studio, journalism, everything. So I hope that you liked the show. You liked last week we had the ABC News thing. That was really cool with the studio that we had there. I think ours is even better than that ABC News studio. So you can voice your opinion on either of those topics at our website. As I said, it's abc24news.net. And you can just look around. We have a lot of different stories, and you can comment on any one of them, vote on our online polls, and we'll have those online polls coming up next show where we can tell you how everyone voted. On that website, you can find any news from now until next week's show. You can check out the news and videos if you miss our show. You can just go to video.abc24news.net. It has archived articles in every video that we've had from our first show to our last show. We even have breaking news reports that you can't even see here on TV. Thanks for joining us, and if you have any questions, you can log on to the website or call our tip line, 203-404-4855. I'm Marcus Harun, ABC 24 News. Hope you liked our show. Have a great week.
This was an ABC 24 News production. Copyright 2007, ABC 24 News. For more news, visit our website at abc24news.net and watch ABC 24 News Mondays at 8 p.m. on Channel 27.